What is up, internet? Hello, hi. My name is Kira. I will be your host today on this internet journey through volleyball, professional playing therein of. Yeah, I don't know if that made any sense or not. So said it, it's done been said, and now moving on. So today we are answering a question from the audience, as if there's an audience. It's mainly just me talking to my mom, pretty sure. But somebody did ask me a question, and today we're answering it. The question comes from Michael SU13 on Instagram. Thank you for the question. He says, "Hi Kira." Hi Michael. "Why are volleyball players a lot changing every year the team? Or in other words, why do pro volleyball players change teams like potty training 3-year-olds change their bed sheets?" Good question. And the answer is pretty simple. It's probably exactly what you were expecting. The root of all evil, money. So when we're talking pro volleyball, 95%, maybe probably even 99% of us are not talking about $1 million contracts. We're not your LeBrons, we're not your Neymars. Like that, I just name dropped a couple of sports stars. I don't know anything about any other sport but volleyball, so yeah. So when a volleyball player gets an offer, like maybe you get like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30,000 more from a new club, you pretty much just grab it because there are only so many years that we can convince people to pay us to play volleyball before we have to get a real job. You know how I feel about that. So the aforementioned stars, for example, maybe they won't even bat an eye at an extra $1 million if it means uprooting their whole family and buying a new mansion just like one state over from where they live. Whereas when I uproot, I've got like one suitcase and a cactus. So yeah, sign me up to play in a club I've never heard of in Siberia, like 4-hour drive from the nearest airport to play in front of 50 fans, speaking a language I've never heard before. If it means an extra €1,000 towards my retirement fund. Yay! But all jokes aside, signing for 1 or 2 years is totally common in the world of professional volleyball. And yeah, it's a blessing and it's a curse, but that goes for the player as well as for the club, because let's say you have an awesome season. Next year, you're open. You can ask for a little bit more money. You can go play in a higher level. You can have a little bit of leverage.
Show me the money.
But if you don't perform so well, the club has no responsibility to keep you and you're gonna be out of a job. So it keeps us on our toes. Yes, that. I personally love changing teams every couple of years because, I don't know, it keeps my life feeling fast-paced. I keep discovering new things. I love moving to new cities and new countries and learning new languages and making new friends. I feel totally rejuvenated every single time. Maybe I have a little bit of ADD and I just need things to change every so often. But obviously there are downsides too. I mean, you gotta say goodbye to your friends, get out of your comfort zone in a new place. You gotta kind of give up your loyalties. Luckily I have no friends, so that bit's easy for me. As an example, just a few months ago, I was on the other side of the court from my team now. I was still in the first league in France, I was playing in Mulhouse, and we were rivals, we were competitors. And yeah, it's kind of strange to think that 1 minute, that's your whole life, that's your family. Next minute you're like, peace out Mulhouse, these are my friends now. We're buddies over here, these guys, screw you. I don't even know you anymore. Who are you? You're dead to me. Just kidding. But flipping sides is totally common and it becomes natural as a player. But at the same time, it's totally the opposite for the fans and for the supporters of every given club. I actually thought about this a little bit last week because we had our team introduction dinner in front of all the supporters and the partners. And everywhere I looked was this blue and white logo of Vanilla, my current team. And I walked in and I stood up there with my new teammates who basically just even a few months ago, even a few weeks ago, were my mortal enemies. And now they're fast becoming my best friends. And everyone around us was cheering as we were introduced one by one. And I thought, wow, these people really do bleed blue and white. You know, there are people here that might have been part of the club for generations. They've watched their kids grow up wearing the same jersey. They've come to every home game for years. Maybe they give up their time so they can be a volunteer for the club to make sure it runs smoothly. You know, maybe they come and shag balls at training just to get a free t-shirt, or they drive the vans to the close matches just to be with the players. Or provide food and drinks for the clubhouse after the game so that everyone can just relax and wind down together after the game. And as much as you might think these people will probably resent you because maybe it was your kill or your block that knocked them out of the playoffs last year, but they actually welcome you with open arms, and now you're part of their family. And they want to do everything possible to make you feel comfortable and at home in your new club, in their club. So to answer the original question, the reasons that players might change clubs, it can be anything from money to a better level, to just wanting a different coaching style, to feeling like wanting to move around. There can be tons of reasons why as a player you might change clubs every year, every couple of years, but one of the biggest reasons that you'll stay in a club is almost always the people. I've been pretty lucky to play in some amazing clubs over my career, and there's a saying, it's a saying in Italian that goes, I'm leaving with one eye smiling and one eye crying. Does that make sense in English? I think you get the picture. My point is, if you're lucky, you'll land in a club that values people as much as performance, and you will have no regrets and no regrets. So that's it for me. Like, subscribe, comment, bell, bye. That was all right. That wasn't so bad. Oh. I actually thought about this a little bit last week because blah, 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 blah. I've been pretty low. Coffee.